Take a whole share of embroidery floss from the thread board. Each share consists of 6 smaller strands, which can be divided into individual strands as needed. Thread the divided embroidery floss through the needle like this, ensuring one end is longer than the other, and tie a knot at the longer end. Now you're ready to start embroidering. If double-stranded thread is required for the embroidery, you can take out 1 or 2 strands and thread them through the needle. Align the 2 ends of the thread. Fold the thread in half. Tie a knot at the ends, thus forming a double or quadruple strand for embroidery. This petal uses 3 strands of thread number 05 in satin stitch. Fill the pattern by embroidering straight lines between 2 points, seamlessly stitching each line. Start embroidering from the middle of this petal, which makes it easier to control the thread direction. Here uses 3 strands of thread number 08 in straight stitch, creating a straight line between 2 points on the pattern. This knot uses 6 strands of thread number 04 in French knot stitch. Bring the needle up. Hold the thread with your left hand and wrap it around the needle once. Insert the needle close to where it emerged, and keep the left hand thread taut while slowly pulling the right hand thread, ensuring not to pull too tight to maintain the fullness of the knot. Here uses 3 strands of thread number 04 in satin stitch. Here uses 3 strands of thread number 04 in chrysanthemum leaf stitch. Bring the needle up and insert it close to the initial point without fully tightening the thread. Then, bring the needle up along the edge of the pattern. Loop the thread around it, pull tight, and insert it back to form a petal. These knots use 6 strands of thread number 06 in French knot stitch. Here utilizes 3 strands of thread number 02 in fishbone stitch. Start by embroidering a straight line along the top of the leaf. Then, continuously embroider straight lines to the left and right of this initial line until the leaf is fully filled. This leaf uses 3 strands of thread number 03 in fishbone stitch. Since the leaf is irregular, you will need to adjust the density and direction of the thread slightly when stitching this area. This leaf uses 3 strands of thread number 01 in fishbone stitch. The stem uses 3 strands of thread number 01 in stem stitch. The needle exits from the bottom, takes a stitch forward, comes out in the middle between 2 points and tightens the thread, and repeats. The stem uses 3 strands of thread number 03 in stem stitch. Here uses 3 strands of thread number 02 in stem stitch. Since the pattern is slightly wider, you can add extra lines of contour stitches to completely fill it in. Pom-pom flower stitch. Take 1/6 strand thread number 05 and a small section of number 08 and wrap them around your hand. Adjust the wrapping for desired fullness. Trim the excess after wrapping. Next, using 6 strands of number 02 thread, emerge from below the flower base to secure the wrapped thread. Fold the thread upward. Stitch above the flower base. And cross over to the other side. Embroider 4 horizontal lines at the flower base, keeping them loose for easier weaving. Finally, secure just below the flower base. Then emerge at the center above the flower base. Pass through and tighten each of the 4 horizontal lines. After weaving, enter the fabric below the flower base. Return to above the flower base and continue weaving along these lines until the flower base is fully covered. Trim the excess threads to refine the pattern once the flower base is embroidered.